What's up, you guys? My name is Billy. I'm a cybersecurity professional and I help women to transition into cybersecurity careers. And I do that through my mentorship program, my courses, and my online teachings. Today, I will be discussing how I got into tech. I don't think I've ever shared my entire story. When I started YouTube like 5 or so years ago, I talked about my tech journey, but it's been a while now, and I've got some new things to share with you guys about my entire tech story. So let's get started. All right, so initially I was working in real estate, and this was a long time ago, back when the market crashed. So you can think of how long that was ago. I left real estate, not fully, but I left doing real estate full time and decided to go into the corporate world. And so I got with a temporary agency, and they found me a position working in the mailroom at a tech company. Now, I wasn't interested in tech. I didn't know anything about tech, but I was working in the mailroom, and then from the mailroom, I worked my way into a marketing position. And in that marketing position, I got a project for networking assessments, a project to do network assessments where the company would put a USB into customer networks and determine the health of their network. And it was my job to do paperwork and spreadsheets and monitoring what was happening within their network assessment. That got me interested in networking. That was my initial entry into the networking field. And so from that marketing position, I moved into a telecommunications position. And in that position, of course, working at that tech company, I spoke with a lot of network engineers and other tech professionals. But it was really the network engineers who I leaned on to help me understand what a network engineer did. And so they would provide me resources and just really supported me through my journey of becoming a network engineer. And they even allowed me to do whiteboarding on their in their offices, do whiteboard drawings, and talked about how a packet would traverse a network, and just share my knowledge and get criticism, which only helped to make me better. Was always open to criticism and critique so that I could just become better at whatever I was doing. And so, with their help and in that telecommunications position, I actually asked the company if I could get on the job training. I said, "Hey, I'm pursuing a network engineering degree," is which is what I started to do also is I attended a local tech college at that time, enter their networking specialist degree program. And so to advance my skills and to get formal education because I just wanted to become the best that I could be. And even through that technical college, I was able to join a Women in Tech program, which opened me up to a lot of possibilities. Through that program, I became the student ambassador for the Women in Technology group. And I also built a great relationship with the dean of that college. And that dean at the technical college helped me to get a feature in the local newspaper. And so I was featured in a newspaper to talk about my journey and my pursuit in tech. And that was a really good time. And so at that technical college, there was a Cisco Networking Academy that was a part of the program. And through that networking academy, I was able to learn and then pursued and got a Cisco certification. So I did not have a college degree at this time, but what I did was I left that company. I left that company with my Cisco certification and went on to pursue my degree in tech. And my first position in tech was actually a PBX engineer. And what I did was I programmed and built IP office via phone systems. And I would speak for the voice network for that company's phone system. I would speak with the customers and we would go over the requirements for that system. I would build it and ship it out to the customer and just repeat that process. And that was actually probably my favorite tech position So then I moved on from that to do network monitoring at a huge transportation company. And I monitored their network and worked with their telecommunications company to do troubleshooting. And that was really fun. But once that was a temporary assignment. And so once that ended, I actually went back to the tech company I was working at and went back into a telecommunications support position. And by that time, I had started taking cybersecurity courses through the networking degree at the local tech college. And so I started to develop an interest in cybersecurity. And again, went back to the company and said, hey, is there any way I can get mentorship at your company and so that I can transition into cybersecurity, get experience in this role? My advice for you is to look where you are, see how you can get experience. I'm sure they have a tech department. I'm sure there's some applications or something, some kind of hands-on experience that you can get and use. So was able to get a mentorship in the Security Operations Center, the SOC at the company. Did that for about a year while working my position at the company in telecommunications, and then was eventually offered a position in the group as a SOC analyst. And I've been doing that for over 2 years now, and that's where I currently am. I'm a SOC analyst, also known as a cybersecurity analyst. And during that time, I've also written a children's book, a STEM children's book, Bella Deer the Engineer. You can find that on Amazon. And with the knowledge that I've acquired throughout my journey, and now as a SOC analyst, I've created an academy, the SOC Analyst Academy.com. You can check that out if you would like to learn exactly what a SOC analyst does and how you can become one. I've also created a course for you, Cyber Learning Labs, that's going to help you get the hands-on experience of building your own home lab, a virtual home lab that you can practice pen testing on. We go through Kali Linux. We also cover Splunk in the course. So make sure you check that out, cyberlearninglabs.net. And so I've created all of these amazing resources so you can get started and to help you in your journey through tech. I hope you enjoyed my story. I hope that I was able to inspire you or help you in some way, give you just something you can think of that may be able to catapult you in your quest to cybersecurity. Make sure you subscribe to my page, like the video, and I will see you in the next one.